Hey folks, I'm here to talk to you about making a YouTube video for the partner program, or it is now called the creator program, under proper methods that don't get you into trouble with YouTube's copyright office. And I'm talking to you as a person who has been there, as specifically been in trouble. But in trouble for very good reasons. And that's why I want to talk to you right now, and that's why I'm the best person to talk to you about this. Because there's a lot you should know. First of all, let's start with the baseline do's and don'ts. The purpose of making a video as a YouTube creator is so that you can express yourself in the way you choose to and earn a living from it. And how do you earn a living? By placing ads on the site. That's what YouTube does automatically through the system. Part of that revenue comes to you. Now, you have to ideally make a video that is 100% owned by you, no one else, okay? But a person like me has a different type of video that they do. I am a news commentator. I am the video blog equivalent of the print media columnist. I state my opinion on any given subject. You name it, I've got an opinion. That's me. Politics, news, sports, tech, I have an opinion and I give it to you. You can agree or disagree or whatever, that's not the point, but I will give you my opinion. Now, in order to enhance my view, you need to see, and I show you, pictures of whatever it is I happen to be talking about at the time. Those photographs that I use are carefully selected so that they are from a list of the same photograph that has already been used by other people. In other words, widely dispersed in other people and organizations. For example, the Associated Press or the LA Times or a blog like Perez Hilton, and so on. Because when you're using a photograph that is, quote, widely disseminated, the law of fair use says, hey, look, you have a right to comment on something that other people have already commented on. Additionally, I might use a snippet of video here or there, but I am commenting on that video. And again, fair use laws protect my right to comment on that video. Now note what I'm saying. That is far different from taking a video and using that video. Let's say the video is 3 minutes long and that's your entire presentation. That on YouTube is a no-no. With a big asterisk, and a big one. And here's the asterisk. Let's say you're contacted by a movie marketing organization who says, hey, we're giving you a copy that you can download of our trailer for Never Never Wonderland USA, the next movie coming out, just as an example. I don't know of a movie called Never Never Wonderland USA, okay? You have to say to them being the movie marketing people, hey, by email, do you have an issue with my placing this trailer on my YouTube channel and then attaching ads to it, because that's how I make a living? And that's not a request you should be afraid of, and here's why. Here's what gets to the heart of a very, very big problem in our society right now with respect to YouTube, copyright, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and the death of print. First of all, we have a print media mentality. And what do I mean by that? In the old days, you go, you pick up a newspaper. Actually, you can still do that today. The Wall Street Journal, right here. Okay? The Wall Street Journal has an ad on it. Note that you've got something someone wrote and ads. This is how the Wall Street Journal pays its people to do news. Well, by the same example, you as a partner who is reporting the news are able to make money through ads. And that's the point. The problem we have right now is that some people don't get that. They seem to act as if you have to do it for free. And that's not the point. The precedent is right here in the newspaper. why that hasn't entirely made it, to a place such that it is the accepted standard is beyond me, and it's into what I call knucklehead territory. But the bottom line is, you as a content creator, when you choose to make a news video and you're a YouTube partner and you want to get paid to produce the news, has just as much right to make a video reporting the news and have an ad against it as the Wall Street Journal. Now, let's take this a step further, since we were talking about movie trailers. Okay, Wall Street Journal gets photographs, or any paper, photographs, stills from a movie marketing organization promoting a film, and they use those stills in the newspaper to discuss that movie picture with, again, an article and, of course, the ad that was bought by some corporation. Same thing. You have a movie trailer, you are putting it on your channel, which is a page basically, and you have ads running against it that pay you some money on YouTube too. That's really all it is. But the bottom line is, you have to declare that intention, and not just with the movie marketing people to get their thumbs up. You have to take that email and send it to the YouTube partner people, and then make sure you stay on them to know that they got the message. Because that's the problem right now with YouTube. It handles original content creators just fine. But for people in the news business, it's still a gray area, and they don't have the staff bandwidth to handle it effectively. That needs to change. But until it does, you have to ride them like a horse and make absolutely certain they get that information that you sent to them and they respond to it. Because if they don't get the information and don't respond to it, then either they or someone else can come back to your site and say, hey, that video is not theirs, and flag it inappropriately. Which brings me to my other point. Make absolutely certain you respond to every email you get in a timely fashion. Every single one. Now, other issues related to that. Again, make sure your videos are short. Oh, and if you're caught in a position that you are offered to use a movie trailer, I have a suggestion, for you. Don't use all of it. Use most of it, and make sure that you have voiceover that indicates you are talking about it, that leads into it. Okay? Avoid the look of taking the trailer and using the entire trailer for your video page with an ad, unless, of course, you have written permission to do so. If you have written permission to do so, hey, you're free and clear. You are free and clear to do that, okay? You're free and clear. Now, when you're talking with people, make absolutely certain, for an interview, make absolutely certain you've asked them for permission ahead of time. Now, here's the logic there, right? YouTube is much more lenient regarding people and copyright. It's generally accepted that if someone's talking to you on video, they've given you permission to talk to them. They're not going to talk to you and then say, oh man, yeah, turn the camera away, okay? No. But make sure, anyway, ask. Because then you don't have to deal with someone coming back to you, except in one case that happened to me, where they said, hey, that was a private conversation. There was one guy, I will not mention, that did try to do that, and it was obvious that it was not, because I talked to him on video and then wrote about our conversation for my blog, which went in part to the San Francisco Chronicle. So it was already news. So you can't put himself out there for a news report and then turn around and say, oh, that was a private conversation. I forgot. It was on video, dude. It was on video. Okay? So there's another example of how something should be handled. When you become a news reporter and your visibility is high, you're going to get that kind of attack. That's going to happen to you. Now again, the rule is always make absolutely certain that you are creating original content for news commentary. You're protected, particularly in the state of California, by the Blogger Shield Law. You're protected by fair use legal rights. You are protected in a number of ways as a person who reports the news. Not only that, make sure when you're reporting the news, you're not just doing it on video. Make sure you have a blog. It could either be hosted on Blogger, or it could be a standalone blog, say on WordPress. But make sure you have a blog that you are then embedding your videos into, or the majority of them, again for the purpose of reporting the news. And make sure that you're taking advantage of other YouTube products, like for example the new localized version of AdWords, so that you can convince, say, the mom and pop store down the street to buy an ad that reports on your review, your positive review of their restaurant, right? So you would say, well, aren't they paying for positive press? Not necessarily, but look, let's flip it around the other way. They may want to pay for the positive press you gave them. Heck, even if you gave them quasi-negative press, they may want to pay for that too. Maybe they just like press. I don't know. But the bottom line is I'm giving you the nitty-gritty and the dirty about YouTube and copyright from a news commentator's perspective. I am a news commentator. That is what I do. I don't create shows. I don't do jokes. Okay? I comment on the news.